Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars Rebel ATDP. Now this set is pretty awesome, I have to say. It's probably one of my favorite Rebel sets of all time, and I will go over that in a minute. Honestly, this set has such good minifigures, and the build itself is so accurate to the actual TV show. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual build and see what makes this set so good. The finished product of this set is pretty big, actually. Now this set is a bigger set, so there are 4 minifigs in this as well, and they're all pretty good. We have Agent Kallus, then 2 ATDP pilots, and then 1 Rebel Stormtrooper, which in my opinion is the best print LEGO has done for a Stormtrooper. Really like it. But anyway, taking a look at the actual build, it is pretty tall compared to a minifig. Honestly, I think it is a pretty good set though. There's a lot of nice details in it, a lot of play functions as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigs, and then we'll get on into the set. The first minifigure we're going to take a look at in this set is Agent Kallus. Honestly, Agent Kallus is probably one of the best minifigures in this set, if not the best. He does have a very nice bow rifle on as an accessory, and his helmet is also pretty good. It has this nice dark silver pearl color scheme to it, so very nice right there. And it also has a nice little detail along the sides of his helmet. This minifigure is dual printed, does have a dual printed face, so you have his expression on the front as well as the back, and then his torso is also dual printed, so we have this on the front and then this on the back as well. He has a nice ranking badge right here, and then on his actual legs there isn't anything there, just plain black. That's a little bit of a downside, but honestly I think it's still such a good minifigure. The next minifigure we're going to take a look at is the ATDP pilot. Now there are 2 of them in this set, which makes sense because there are 2 seats in this set, like we will see later. Honestly, I think this minifigure looks so good. He does only have 1 face print, and it is supposed to look like he is wearing the helmet as one piece. Honestly, I think the actual helmet piece looks really good with the print and all the white detail, and his face looks also really good as well. There is only 1 expression on this. The back only it continues to a white face. There's nothing else. The front and legs are actually printed on as well, and then he does also have printing on the back torso. So honestly, really good minifigure. He is also equipped with a small blaster. I think it goes really well with this set, and I think the detail on him is just phenomenal. The last minifigure we're going to take a look at is just a standard Rebel Stormtrooper. Now this Stormtrooper does have a very nice helmet print with the curved mouthpiece. Now I do like the way this looks a lot, and this is my favorite Stormtrooper because of the amount of detail on it and because of the way the helmet mold looks. I think it's a really good minifigure. The front of the torso and the legs are printed, as well as the back of the torso, and he does just have a standard angry clone trooper face. They were all the same during this time period when Rebels was coming out, so LEGO kind of just did the same face print for him. Now we see something kind of different where they're changing it up, but back then we just got the same face print. Honestly, I don't really mind because you never really see it anyway, but honestly, I think it looks pretty good on this minifigure. He is also outfitted with a standard blaster. Taking a look at the actual set itself, this set is so good. Honestly, this is when LEGO was kind of in its prime, so they made a really good set here. So this set is just jam-packed full of details and fun little play features. So let's go ahead and get right on into those now. The first play feature you kind of notice when you're looking at this is that the gun is actually on the front, and it is a big swivel gun, so you are able to actually move this gun around. You can kind of position it wherever you want. You can even make it look like it's about to fire at enemies. However, this gun does not have a function where it is able to fire. That is actually found in the automatic shooters above it, which we will talk about next. Taking a look at the spring-loaded missiles on the side, these are activated pretty easily. Basically, behind this panel right here, you have a little flick-fire missile. Basically, all you have to do is press that in, and this spring-loaded missile right here will shoot out. So honestly, it is a normal play feature, but it is actually pretty cool on how they disguise this because you don't really notice it if you're kind of looking at it from a distance. It looks like it's kind of just built in as a little lights, so it looks pretty good. I do like the way that LEGO decided to incorporate this. It does give a good play feature, but it also is nice and hidden, so you can't see it when you're displaying it very well. Also, one more thing to notice about the top of the build, the head is so perfectly angled. If you notice on the sides, there is a slight angle to the sides of the walls, and then on the top as well, where the hatches are. Honestly, it looks so good. I don't think LEGO could have done any better. There's hardly any gap up here. There is a little bit you do notice, but you can't really see inside the build all too much. I think it looks really good. I think LEGO did a great job of handling this. So honestly, I gotta give this thing a 9 out of 10 for that. It looks so good. I think LEGO could have improved slightly, but overall, the actual angles of the build couldn't have improved at all. They're so good. So with that, let's take a look at the actual inside of the build. So there are a couple ways to actually get into the inside of the build, but the first one is actually the ability to lift up this entire panel right here. So you can lift that whole thing up like that, and then you will be able to see the entire interior of the build. Now there are 2 seats for the 2 ATDP pilots, and then there is also a small control panel on each of those seats. It's basically just a red transparent 1x2 tile. So honestly pretty cool as well. And we also have these black rubberized pieces which are giving the actual walls the angle at which they are. So very important pieces there as well. Honestly, I think it looks so good. The other way that you're also able to get inside of this build is actually found on the top hatch right here. So this is also able to open, and then you'll be able to see down in there. You can see one of the ATDP pilots in there. You are also able to stick one out and kind of hold on to here and have his gun kind of ready at the top to fire at enemies. But honestly, I think this is a nice, good feature as well. You are able to even put a rebel up there possibly, like they are about to commandeer it, like we see in one of the episodes. So I think that is a nice detail as well that LEGO decided to add. Finally, taking a look at the back of the build, you'll notice there's nothing much. There is actually a lot of Technic in the back to give the angles and hinges to be right. And then we also have a little bit of detailing down here. Nothing too special though. One last little detail on the head is actually found right here. So you are able to actually rotate it like this. So you basically just hold the head. We were not at this stage where LEGO started using the little gear ratios in the inside the hub right here. So basically this one has to be used with your hands, which honestly is still a nice touch though. You are able to move the head around in an area that where you want it to go. So the idea is still getting across that this head is actually able to move. Honestly, I think this set altogether is probably one of the best Rebels sets that got released. Overall, I think it is an amazing set. I think it has a bunch of really awesome detail. The only downside is it does have a lot of stickers, but this is when LEGO wasn't using very many printed bricks at a time. So honestly, I think for the time period that this was released in, LEGO did an amazing job. I think if you don't have this set, it probably would be worth going and checking out at least. I know it is probably a lot more expensive and it definitely went up in value a little bit, but either way, I think it is a pretty amazing set. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.